lesson where we're going to be doing our review of the course. So, of course, I'm in the course curriculum, and here you'll see basically the entire course. So, as a social media assistant, your role is to assist the social media manager, the social media specialist in achieving their posting, scheduling, content creation, content setup, content research plan. You are essential to basically all of the groundwork, all of the intel, all of the information that is needed to continue and create, optimize, and repurpose social media content. The social media specialist or the social media marketing and management specialist, they now take things to the next level. They start doing stuff like the Facebook ads. They start monitoring the pixels. They start monitoring a lot of stuff that you we won't cover in this course, because your role right now as a social media assistant is to just assist the specialist. Your role is to assist the manager. And so you would have known by the end of completing this course and taking all these lectures, revisit them. If there are certain things you don't understand, you can always hit me up. Remember, guys, it's Lacian at McLeanVirtualOffice.com. That's my personal email address. If you want to email the page OCA, it's the online. So let's go again. Our email address is onlinecareeracademy@gmail.com. You can always hit us up. You'll get an email from us anyway, because you should be getting emails as soon as you've signed up for the course. So you can always just hit reply. It should send us something back. But continuing from there, we're here to support you, and there are several ways that you can get in touch with us for support. And so I'm just throwing that out there. Now, here in this, you're going to see your intro, my welcome message to you guys, how we're going to proceed in the course, what it entails, what the final exam looks like, what the whole process looks like. Now, here we'll talk about all social media and understanding its key premises. Now, social media, you start to think about the different platforms. And people can be social in many different ways on many different platforms. Some you're highly aware of, some you may not have thought of off the top of your head, but we touch base on basically all the different avenues of how people connect, because it's really because we are in the information age. You can literally go on Google, YouTube, anywhere, and research information that once you wouldn't normally have had access to. So social media is basically has a cap. It has rules. It has a lot of lessons. It takes you into the world, the mind, the realm of your family, your friends, or thoughts or opinions, because a lot of people are vocal about their thoughts and opinions on social media. And so a lot of data is collected because we like certain pages, we visit certain websites, we talk about certain things, and all of this is being analytically calculated. We've also at some point completed some kind of sign up form. So when you sign up for Facebook, it asks you for your name, your email address, your gender, your phone number. Once you're in and you've signed up, your next automatic thing would be to, oh, I like this page, I like this, I like that, and so on and so forth. So you don't know this, but Facebook is compiling their little thing of you. And basically, it's a persona, it's a profile, and based on the pages you visit, based on the groups you joined, you know, your interests, your employment status, you know, Facebook can say, okay, now as a business, Facebook gives you all of this for free, but on the back end, it's not free because your information is now open to marketers like us. And that is where Facebook marketing comes into play. That's where social media marketing comes into play because it's free to sign up on these social media platforms. But no, when marketers want to start talking to people directly, it's now become something they can monetize, and therefore it's just the online version of TV ads. So when you're watching cable and ads come on and so on and so forth. No, we move fast forward to social media, understanding this key premise. We get to the marketing rules, how people can hide your ads, they can block your ads. It's all about making sure that you stay within the terms and policies. You don't try to break um, their rules. There's GDPR. You learn about that in the course as well, and understanding where confidentiality comes into play when it comes to collecting customers' information, especially when you are doing um, collecting emails and so on. All right, now you get an intro into social content and what it is that drives posts to go viral. You have to get into the head of your target audience. All right, you have to know what they're thinking, how they think. If it means shadowing some, I'll give you an example. So I was tasked with this beauty cosmetics nails page to run their social media. And initially, it started out, the first set of ads, they were a disaster because at that time I was just, starting to learn the do's and don'ts. So, one of the things that, we have to have a steady medium of content that is done by others in small amounts, as long as it's related to your topic and our industry. And also posts that are too promotional. You don't want to always be promotion, but you always want to let people know, hey, we have this, we have this, we have this, we have that. And when these things are scheduled to go out, so it's sprinkled throughout. They're constantly reminded, but in a minimal, friendly, hey, um, remember we have this. Or it's not even to say remember, but just to say, hey, we have these in stock. So you're just letting people know what we have in stock. And there's nothing wrong with that. People don't see it as being too serious because if you start to get a lot of responses from persons, then you start to realize that there is a demand. People know there's a demand, and so you're just putting your stuff out there, and people just shop with you. Now that's awesome. That's where you want to get your page with the organic people who are going to be shopping with you. Because the more money a customer or client of yours makes from you handling their social media, the more they would validate having you on board and want to pay you to continue working on their social media. All right. Now you get to analyze your audience, right? You get to see where their interest lies, where do they hang out. Then you start to know how do you create powerful images. Remember, these must always be branded. You must always keep uh variety within the brand scope. So the brand colors, you know, of a customer, you must know what the colors that are that they would be you have prefer to use in their social media, whether they have it on their logo already, that's those are the colors you build from. If they have it on their website, those are the colors you build from. So everything is, in sync and not all over the place. So your social media should be coming off your posts, that you create your post with images. These are going to be standard for different things. So you're going to have a branded template that you use for quotes, and then another branded template that you use for um, facts, another branded template that you use for questions. And so you may have several variety of each if you would like to switch it up, but always remain within the brand colors. All right, always remain within the brand font. So when people scroll across your newsfeed, then they know immediately when this a post is coming from you because of the way it is structured. They're always like that, but the message is different. All right, and that automatically brings familiarity. Okay, so you don't get to cover that deep with brand boards and all of that in the social media assistant course. This is for the next level, which is the social media specialist course. So those of you who are already doing the social media specialist course, this course would be included in it. And so this is just a little refresher course for you to take because it has the additional lessons of my good dear friend John. And so I thought, why not give you guys this additional lessons that are being handed out? All right. So moving on, moving forward, you get to learn how to, use the powerful words when you're going to do quotes. Your copy should be compelling to the target audience. So remember when I was talking about this nails social media page, and I started to get into their head. So I started to join Facebook groups that had a lot of nail techs. And I realized a lot of them were more concerned about what their competition was doing and how great they were at their craft. So I started to run ads with the, caption, or, you know, something like along the lines of take your business to the next, take your nails business to the next level. Here's all the newest and hottest tools. Be better than your competition. Something like along those lines. But it was like something to say, yeah, you're gonna be on top when you get this stuff, and you're gonna have all the latest stuff, and your competition is not. You're gonna be ahead of the trends. So that automatically grabbed a lot of people. The store sold out on a lot of products within 2 weeks. That was a momentum time for me because we were coming from about 2 weeks of failing to do anything. But 2 weeks isn't a great time to gauge, but it is a good time to say, okay, what are we doing wrong? Let's start thinking. It's not something to say, oh, you're doing something wrong right away, because if there's nobody on the page, who is going to be interacting? So you have to start bringing traffic to the page, and you're going to get traffic to the page by running paid ads. A lot of people say you have to pay to play. No, there's another other organic way of doing this, which is free, and that's, joining Facebook page groups that allow you to join them as a page, and you can also post to these groups when you're doing certain promotional things, whether you're doing something educational. We say limit on the promotional stuff unless there is a promotional day by the page. You can also have your team members join groups where your target audience hang out, and just have them look out for posts that are relating to something you like them to drop about the company that doesn't seem promotional, but it's also helpful. So you can start to gain organic traffic that way because you're now talking directly to your target audience. And even if so, and you're not talking to them and you're not dropping these promotional posts, you should at least be collecting information. What are their concerns? What do they think about? What do they post about in these groups? What are these people really thinking about all day, every day? And then start talking to them about those things. You'll never run out of topics to talk about. You'll never run out of things to say because you have been observing what they post about, what they talk about, what are their concerns, what are their worries, what are their fears for their business, for their lives, for their, everything that has to do with people who are in your target audience. And then start talking to them about those things, and you'll be amazed at how engaged and interactive you can make someone's social media. All right. Now, that's the conclusion when we want to wrap it up. So once you've started creating, you've organized your content, you started scheduling your content, all right, you want to get an overview now of the different platforms and what goes out to where. And Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, Google Business, we cover a lot. And I've always try to ensure that I give you the best value. And so you have different versions of these, because in the specialist course, I give my breakdown step by step of each platform. So it's a lot more in depth and gives you a lot more tips and hints and all of that. All right, so these are my good friend John's breakdown. You still need to hear them because two heads better than one, and it's always good to see and hear another perspective, something that may have broken it down simpler for you. And I want to know if John accomplished that for you guys. So industry platforms are basically, oh, let's see what I can do here. So industry platforms are basically just forums and other places online that your target audience hang out to get information, to talk to other people. So like for instance, if you are running a maternity page or a page that sells baby things, then you want to be in the baby center groups. You want to be in groups where women are expecting mothers, women who have toddlers, women who have babies or just had babies, or so that basically whenever you are running your ads, you are targeting different women. You can also get a good feel of age range of women who respond to your ads, and also have made a purchase. And then you can say, okay, so these are the people who are normally purchasing, so I need to target these people. And so whenever you're going to be redoing your ads, you go target these people instead, and you always realize that this is where your target audience is, and this is where you need to focus and concentrate, because this is where your sales come in. And that's why social media marketing and management, a lot of people say they go hand in hand, but they're separate, because managing is just doing all of this. Managing is scheduling, creating posts, and all of that stuff. Marketing is when you start talking about sales, because sales and marketing always kind of go hand in hand, because you have to be pushing the product to get the sales. All right, so marketing is getting the word out there, getting people to know about the service, the product, the client that you are representing, and for people to want to come in and make a purchase, or to make a purchase online. So they have to, you as a marketer have to know what to do, what to say for people to be ready to say, I want to purchase from you. And that comes from a place of people knowing, liking, and trusting your client's brand. People must know, like, and trust you to do business with you. All right, that's how you decide which platforms to use, because you know where your target audience hang out. You customize the overview of your game plan. You'll go through that. There's going to be an introduction to Facebook marketing. There's going to be an overview of Periscope and Blab, because you just need to know. you don't may or may not necessarily use these platforms for clients ever, but there are a lot of people, very influential people, who do use these platforms, and it doesn't hurt that you know about them. All right. Hashtag research. So you're going to learn about how to look up and do hashtag research. We will cover content plan and content calendar. These two lessons are lessons from the social media specialist course. So they're packed with a lot of information, especially the content calendar lecture. All right. Now, there's also the review of newer scheduling platforms and tools. This also comes from the social media specialist course, so it's guaranteed to have me talking to you about um, all the different new platforms and tools and options that you can use to schedule out social media content after you've created them and in your content plan, based on the powerful images and words that you're going to be using, videos, whatever it is. And here we have work conclusion and overview, and then bam, we have the review of the final exam. Now, the final exam is going to be 30 minutes, sorry, 30 questions, and they're going to be all be multiple choice. And from there, you should score a 70% or above to pass the final exam. Once you've passed the final exam, in order to be awarded your certificate, you need to be on 4 group calling sessions. In these 4 group calling sessions, it will basically be a review of what we've covered in these lessons. What are your next steps? How you're going to go out now and get jobs as a social media assistant and so forth. This is the time where I will use to evaluate your competence, your understanding of this course. Now, bear in mind, this is not to say we're using it to deter people who just want to look up all the information and then take the test and pass, and that, yeah, you pass the test, but then there's another level if you want to get your certificate. And we want to be very deliberate about this because we plan to have this certificate become very valuable to employers. And so once they see you have this certificate, it will mean a lot. And so we want to uphold the integrity of that by ensuring that you are on 4 minimum group sessions where we discuss everything social media, your concerns, anything you think you might think of, that you want to iron out, questions. Just, we're here to talk. We're here to evaluate our competence. Iron sharpens iron. And so I love everybody's feedback. It's a way for us all to talk. There's only 10 people allowed per session. So it's going to be a very close knit session, guys. And so just come with your questions and anything you want. We can also do video call versions if you would prefer. But for now, it's going to be instructor style, and I'm going to be talking, and you can speak or type. I think you can type. You can speak. Not sure if you can type. You can speak, but I know you can type. But it will be instructor style. So 10 people are only allowed per session because I want to be able to talk to each and every one of you in a session. All right, guys? So that's the conclusion and overview of it. So once you have passed our 4 group calling sessions and we say yes, you are competent, you are ready to go out there and start, rocking the world with your social media strategies and ideas. And here you go. Here's your certificate. So that's pretty much how it's simple. It really is. 70% pass rate, 4 group calling sessions. That's it. you have your certificate, your social media assistant certificate. All right, guys. So that's it for us tonight. It's not here while I'm making this video. So I will see you on in your first lecture. And from there, you will meet John and he will take you through the rest of the course. And then you'll hit back up with me on the final lessons, and then you'll hit your final exam. All right, good luck in the final exam, and just make sure that you understand what exactly it is that you're doing, the whole key premise. If you're not sure, just revisit some of the courses, but you know you have to have a 70% pass rate for the course. You get one more chance to retake the course. After that, you have to pay a fee because we will have to change the questions. I'm sorry, guys, but this isn't supposed to be a walkover for you. This is something that is supposed to push and drive you to bring out the better version of you, because if we're lax on this, you may get lax too. So, got to keep you on your toes, all right? That's it. I'll see you in the next lecture.